what would be the outcome if we got our anniversaries wrong? Imagine giving or receiving a birthday or an anniversary greeting or gift 7 months after the real date. If such an error is unacceptable under the norms of basic courtesy and foundational decency, then why is the birth date of Guru Nanak held to a much lower standard, to be tossed around at the whims and fancies of the hijackers of our faith? After all, he was the man who brought us Sikhi, brought us our spirituality and our divinity. Doesn't that count for anything towards getting his birth date right? Then we can ask ourselves a second question. If someone organized a grand celebration for the birthday of our father, a majestic and ostentatious celebration, but on a date that was 7 months off, would we strive to get the date corrected? Would we say that we will not attend unless the date was righted? That we would not be made a fool of something as basic as getting the date right? Or would we attend anyway, just grateful that someone was having a celebration of our dad somewhere? Now, when our institutions, the SGPC, the Takhats, right down to our local Gurdwaras, are told that we have got the date wrong, their response is, haven't you seen the crowds? Thousands of Sikhs are attending and they keep attending. Thousands more are giving us money and support to make it even grander the next year. Surely we must be doing the right thing. The crowds and the collections speak for themselves. Why must we change anything in the midst of such support? Now we can ask ourselves a third question. Am I one of these thousands who is providing the hijackers of Guru Nanak's birthday, the conspirators and our lazy, corrupted leadership? Am I providing all of them the license, the support, the crowd, the justification and the money to carry on making a mockery of our Guru and make ungrateful fools of us Sikhs? I mean, is there any community in the world other than ours that is foolish enough to have got the birth date of its founder wrong? It may be excusable if the founder was born 2000 years ago, but Guru Nanak is merely 552 years ago. I mean, is there any community in the world other than ours whose collective conscience is so dead that after being told and proven to that the date is wrong, carries on celebrating the wrong date as if it didn't matter? And now, the final question. As a result of our ungratefulness, foolishness, and our diseased conscience, haven't we, ordinary lay and common Sikhs, become incapable of looking Guru Nanak in the eye anymore? Not the Guru Nanak in the fake photo and dreamy and lifeless eyes that hangs decoratively on the wall, but the Guru Nanak that is described by Jaswant Singh Jaffer as follows. लंबे पैंडे दी धूड़ नाल लथ पथ पिंजणियां लंबे सफर करके पाटियां हटियां हनेरी नाल उलझी होई खुश्क दाड़ी बर्फीलियां हवावां नाल झंबी होई चेहरे दी पर करोड़ चमड़ी ते पर करोड़ चमड़ी विच उतरियां होईयां दो ਉੱਚੀਆਂ ਹੱਡੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੇਖੌਫ ਚਮਕਦੀਆਂ ਦੋ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਜੋ ਸਮਾਜ ਨੂੰ, ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਹਰ ਕਿਸਮ ਦੇ ਰੀਤੀ ਰਿਵਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਟਿੱਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਣਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰਨਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਫਕ ਨਹੀਂ। Calves and ankles baked in layers and layers of mud from walking the long journeys, heels dried and split by the treachery of the parts, a beard brittle, knotted and dishevelled by the dry winds, a face stripped of its shine and turned into wrinkled skin by the cold breezes, and two protruding bony sockets rising from underneath that wrinkled skin, and within that conspicuous cavities of sockets, bright and fearless eyes, eyes that cut down with one glance debilitating customs and beliefs of society, of culture, and of authority. Eyes that have become dangerous for us to look into, to contemplate, and to envision. Eyes that we choose to turn away from, turn our back to, and to deny. Eyes of Guru Nanak that have become the eyes of a stranger. There may be tears in those eyes, caused by our treachery, our betrayal, our duplicity, our hypocrisy, our pretense. But how would we ever know? For we have turned away and walked away as if he never belonged to us.